So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's episode is gonna be with the amazing team Sabatino. Wow! My name is Sandra Santiago. For the past 10 years, I've been searching for beautiful locations to visit. I fell in love with California and all it has to offer. Food, culture, wine, and this is my channel. It's Sandra. Oh gosh, thank you for being in my show and you're gonna have a blast.
I'm being interviewed by the amazing Sandra Santiago.
Well, you know, I know Team for quite a bit of time now.
It's been about 12 years, I think.
Oh my goodness, 12 years.
That we met. Yeah,
Wow.
12 to 13 years ago.
Wow, time flies, right? My
We've done a couple photo
goodness.
shoots together.
Yeah, oh my God, you had to see the photos. Like, check it. That one, right there. Isn't it sexy? Wow. Yeah, and Team, I know you as a producer, as a director, as an actor, as a stuntman, as a father to gorgeous girls. But tell me, how did it start? Where do you come from with those beautiful blue eyes?
Oh, thank you. You know, when you put it that way, it makes me realize that, wow, yeah, I do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And it definitely has evolved. Like, everything started, I would say my whole life started as an artist. Like, there's one of my paintings there. There's one of my paintings there.
Yeah.
I started painting, drawing painting as a child. My family was very poor, but we had art supplies. So we could always draw and paint. We always were able to, sit at the table with my mom and my brothers, and we would draw.
So your mom is also a painter?
My mom is a painter. My mom's an artist. Both of my brothers are artists. One of them is also a painter, and the other one is more like arts and crafts. And also my grandmother is a painter.
Wow.
So we're now, and plus now my daughter is an
Your
artist.
daughter
So
is
we're like
also.
four generations of artists. Yeah. My whole life since I was a little child, and then when I was a teenager, in high school, I had the opportunity to do a black and white photography class. I was 16,
Wow.
and I wanted to learn photography only so I could photograph my high school girlfriend or my friends, so I could have a photo to paint from. You see, I needed a photo to look off.
So
of.
you needed a muse.
Yeah, but I needed the still image to look off, because I was a very, very slow artist. I wanted it to be perfect, and I was very slow then. Now I'm not. I've developed a different style. I paint super fast now. But okay, so now there's photography in the picture.
Yeah.
And I only used it for that purpose for about probably 8 years, 7 or 8 years. Only used it for the art. And in that same time, when I was 19, I started modeling. So I was with a modeling agency, and I modeled for many years. I modeled for like 20.
Let me see those
years.
pictures, you guys. Let's check Team when he was
I'll
when
pull
he
some up
was
and send them to you.
doing all this amazing job as a model. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me. So after being a model,
so I got into modeling, and then I started modeling, and that really just evolved into acting. Because when you're modeling,
somebody's knocking the door. We have Blue
This is
that
very
wants to
different.
come in.
Hey, you need to stop this.
Check Blue is another part of the family. Blue is a beautiful blue cat that wants to be in the shot.
So modeling evolved into acting, because when you're in the modeling world, you're around a lot of other kinds of shoots, and they cast models for commercials a lot. My first job as an actor was a commercial that I was cast because I was a model. So that got me interested, and I started studying acting, and I took a bunch of acting classes for about 7 years, like in the 90s. I just was interested in everything. So I wanted to learn. I wanted to know everything. I worked as a PA. I worked as a cameraman.
PA. Let's tell the audience what is a PA. PA is a
production assistant. That's literally bottom of the line of when there's all the cast and crew working on a movie or a commercial, any kind of a production. PA is the very bottom. That's when you're brand new in the industry and you're learning.
So if you want to get into the industry, you should follow Team steps.
Yeah, we start out as a PA, because you'll learn a lot as a PA. So I did that for some movies and some commercials and productions. And then I started getting into camera work since I was already a photographer. And so I worked as a Steadicam operator, cameraman, DP, developed into being DP, which is director of photography. And you really have to
really to come to a DP is just like a big step, right? Because you are in charge of the camera, you're in charge of the whole adventure in the film set, right?
That's right.
No?
Well, you're in charge of the camera and the lighting. So
which is the best thing. If I don't have a good lighting, I don't look good, team. I love the lighting because when he puts the lighting on me and then he takes the picture, I look like this picture here. Check this picture. Yes, like that. See, beautiful pictures. Team, that picture is because of Team. The lighting. Please, I'm sorry, I interrupt him.
You're right. Lighting is vital.
So
and so this is now we're going to late '90s and the early 2000s where it just evolved. I was taking every job I could, and I'd be on the set and I would see something that I was like, oh wow, I'd love to do that. Like for example, I'd be working on a movie. I even did extra work in the beginning to get my SAG card.
I did extra work too. I got my SAG.
1997.
Yeah.
I joined SAG in 1997. So it's 25 years now, and that was after I just did enough extra work to get my my foot in the door into the movies and learn that there's the movie terminology and nomenclature and set etiquette, all of this stuff you need to know.
And we don't know at the beginning, right? We're just like a little rabbits there, like trembling and say, what can we do here?
That's right. So then I got really, so simultaneously, I'm working as an actor and I'm working as a photographer. So photography was my bread and butter. I was shooting all the time. I worked at the camera store as well, Sammy's Camera, famous camera store in LA.
Yes.
I sold cameras. I did that for 7 years.
Is it still here? I think there is one near Melrose, right?
5 stores now or something.
In LA? Okay. They have
Santa Barbara, Pasadena, a couple in LA. There was one in Venice. I'm not sure where they all are now. But
the cameras. I love cameras. So.
I'm going to show you my first camera.
Oh, look at that.
This is what I learned on. This is what I learned on.
So pretty.
This is my grandfather's camera.
Look at this, you guys.
This film, right? 70s.
So pretty.
Yep. This camera was made in the early 50s. And this was my grandfather's first camera, and then he gave it to me. And I literally learned on this when I was a teenager.
Oh gosh, I got goosebumps. This is like
I just happen to have it sitting right there, right?
This is what we have to create, right? It's like your grandfather gave you something so you can create art. And look at you, now you're a father, you have two gorgeous kids, you're married, you're moving from California to Georgia to a gorgeous, beautiful home that will have an episode when he moves over there so you can see all the beauty of Georgia. But see, we can change the world by putting art there instead of putting something else.
So the evolution of my career, basically. So I'm working at the camera store, and then I left the camera store in the year 2000 and became an independent photographer. So I'm working as an actor and I'm working as a photographer.
Wow.
And photography was like bread and butter, like normal, and then acting. I did really well in the commercial world. So I didn't know.
Who wouldn't, right? Look at those eyes. Look at. And talking about the eyes, I'm so happy that he creates something I'll show you at the end of the episode, something that I love about Tim. I want you to keep watching the episode until the end because I have a big surprise for you.
So I didn't know, how well I was going to do in the theatrical world. I wasn't interested in theater. Like live theater. I know many actors love that. I guess I was a little bit shy in that area. Like I can totally work as an actor with a crew and other actors, but in front of a live audience, that wasn't me. That wasn't my thing.
Okay.
And then I did really well in commercials. So I still have, to this day, have the same commercial agent for 20 years.
Wow. Yeah. And who is your commercial agency? HRI. We love you. Thank you for giving jobs to all these amazing artists.
Yep. And they represent my daughter too. So they represented her.
Can we put a picture of your daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this is Violet. gorgeous girl, right? Yeah, like father, like daughter.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so now I'll be working on commercials, and I did work on a couple movies, and I have observed a lot of stunts. I did a lot of stunt stuff. Like I observed stunt driving. There were a lot of cars, a lot of really cool stuff. And I thought, wow, I have to know that. And another thing is that in the commercial world, there's a lot of car commercials, and the casting directors like to cast the actor who can also drive. So if you can drive and be an actor, then you'll book more, because there's a lot of driving and acting together simultaneously for car commercials. So I instantly went and drove. As soon as I discovered this, I went and took all the driving classes.
Awesome.
Stunt driving courses in LA. Bobby Orr, Wally Crowder, Rick Siemens. There's like a bunch of great driving schools here in LA. So
okay, so we're gonna post all this information here, you guys, so you can, if you want to do that, you can find the information here, okay? And you can get some knowledge.
Yeah, if you're interested in stunt driving.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small world, and it took me years to get into it. But there's start with the training, of course. Then I got on a driving team, and through the driving team, I've driven in about 100 commercials.
Wow, 100 commercials!
Yeah.
Wow.
Over 20 years now. So, but it's good. It's
yes, it's quite a history.
Movies and like I would say the best, my favorite stunt driving stuff is in Fast and the Furious. I drove in 7, and Batman.
Fast and the Furious. Wow.
Check out my IMDb. You should check out my IMDb. There's I have about 100.
Let's check his IMDb, you guys. Team Sabatino.
I have about 125 credits on IMDb now, which is really great, and a lot of those are from directing.
Oh.
So now as we're going, and I'm working in all these different areas in the industry, starting from a PA to getting into stunts as an actor and a cameraman, all of this stuff I'm observing. I'm really watching these directors and how they work, and I just love that. You see how the director, you're controlling your crew, you're collaborating with the actors, and you're really running the set. And that to me was the biggest challenge and the biggest goal for me to go. So everything evolved, and now next thing you know, I'm directing, and that is my number one goal right now, and that's pretty much all I do is direct and produce. So
it's kind of like you are in control of that piece of art, right? When you're painting, you have your brush and you control that, the beginning to the end. And I think as a director, I think that's what you're doing. You're painting a picture.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. And it has so many different areas and different aspects that create this thing. A movie. We're doing a movie right now. We're in pre-production on a feature film. It's a romantic comedy. It's called Hometown Hollywood.
Oh, Hometown Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And we're shooting in Georgia. And so this is actually my first feature film that I'm directing. I've directed many commercials and music videos and short films. I've directed a bunch of short films, but not a feature. So I'm very excited about this. It's a great story. It's very positive, and it's going to be a classic. It's along the lines of Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I love dancing, as you know, you guys. So I'm excited to the future and see Tim's creation on this, because his photography is amazing, and the colors and the way he moves the camera is genius. So I know it's gonna be something that is gonna be amazing for the audience.
Thank you. So I started a new production company. My production company in California is called Theta Creative Productions. So it's been 22 years now that I've had this. And I recently opened a new production company in Atlanta called Fast Flow Productions.
Fast Flow Productions, congratulations.
Thank you. So it's brand new, but basically it's the East Coast production company of what I do. And I started it with a business partner, Kristen King, who is also
who I love, my dear friend Kristen.
She's amazing. Yeah. And she and I have known each other about the same amount of time that I've known you. I think we met around the same time.
On the same time, and we're gonna be working in a feature film together. Yes,
that's right. Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
And So there's, you can see some of my work on my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube, which, by the way, I have a video that just went viral, which is crazy, as you would have never imagined.
Oh my God!
I did a video.
Can we share it
Yeah.
with my audience? Oh my
Please
God!
do.
Check
Please do,
check
yeah.
this video, you guys. This became viral. Tell me about that video.
So in my previous neighborhood, if you remember, you've been there a couple times.
Yes.
There were wild peacocks all over.
Yes, I remember. Yes,
So
when
I
I
just-
took the photos with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would just go in the neighborhood and I would take pictures and videos of these peacocks, and I'd put one on my YouTube channel because I thought it was cool,
Yeah.
and that was 2 years ago. Well, 1 month ago, all of a sudden that video went viral.
Oh wow.
It has over almost 3 million views in just the less than 4 weeks, and yeah, 3 million views. It's a 30-second video of a peacock.
Oh my God, that's
And
so cute.
what makes it unique
That's so
is that the
cute.
peacock is flying. Because
Oh.
a lot of people never see peacocks fly.
Fine.
And I shot it in slow motion, so it goes nice and slow. And it was in the evening, so the sun was set, and you can see the silhouette of the peacock.
Oh, check it out, you guys. Check it out.
Yeah.
Wow,
You know,
amazing,
so
right?
it's just an interesting, fascinating, peacock video. Who would have thought?
That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy that you are this literally enlightening the world, because if that's the thing, that's the best pay for an artist, right? When you see your audience enjoying what you do. I was doing a stand-up comedy the other day at the Improv, and I was like, wow, seeing the audience interact with me. It was like the most amazing feeling in the world.
yeah.
It's like being in the theater.
That's why
also,
theater actors
right?
like that.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
theater because that's what I get. I get the audience feedback, and I was like, wow, I love to see them smile. I think when I was a little kid, I danced ballet, and I was 7 years old, and I was doing a solo, and I saw the audience roar. Oh my God, it was the most amazing feeling in the world.
Are we going to be able to see your stand-up comedy show?
Oh, you want to watch it?
Yeah.
My God. So let's put a little bit of my stand-up,
that.
my stand-up
Yeah.
comedy there, okay?
I graduated from La Sorbonne University in France. So after learning the language, the French language, I decided to maybe not to speak and learn the mime language. So I went to that school, Marcel Marceau, which is the best mime school in the world, right? So I got there, and then Marcel Marceau was there, and he was like doing this matador sign to me and wanted to like kind of kill me, like I was the toro, And I got so scared, but I was not scared because of the sharpness of the sword, but the money that I had to pay to go to that school, because it was 3 times more than a regular French student. So I decided that mime language was not my language. So I decided to learn Japanese in Paris. Konnichiwa! But it was so hard. So I decided to venture and go to Tokyo. There I learned the language, and I started working for this corporate world, this corporate firm. And then the only thing that I didn't like is that I needed to serve tea to all the guys in the company. So when one guy came, the youngest guy in the firm came and to work for the company, I said, wow, this is my time. I can tell him. And I said, hey, I'm your senior. I'm a señorita. You should serve me tea. Yeah, you got it. I got demoted. Yeah, I was working at the headquarters from this famous firm, and then they sent me to a little store they had in Japan. So, being an interpreter in Japan, I felt like I didn't have a voice, I felt like, I'm from Sinaloa. Who knows El Chapo, right? So I come from that town, right? He's a very famous drug dealer in the world, and I have never seen or taken any drug. This is for sure.
And with that attitude of like a drug dealer boss and a skinny bitch French student graduate from La Sorbonne, I feel humiliated, right, to serve tea. So I said, this is not my voice. Then I decided to come to the States. And I played the mafia boss in the Reservoir Beaches in a little theater close by. Like, it's a play based on the Reservoir Dogs. And again, my accent got in the way. My colleagues from that play keep telling me, hey, cheap bitch. Because I had to say that word in the play, right? So I ended up switching the words because until now, my ear doesn't seem different between the correct form or the cheap bitch. Whatever. They keep telling me every time they see me, cheap bitch. Or like when I go to an audition, and I see the casting director and I'm so excited and the casting director tells me, yes, great job. Now do it without an accent. Anyway, and I said, well, don't you know, I'm an American too. I have an accent. Do you know how many Americans are in these United States that have an accent? Anyway, those are the people that I want to represent. Like, you know what? In my family, I'm a single mom. My son is tall, blonde, green eyes, football player. And my daughter is a petite Japanese model. See? I'm a salad. And when they were little, I used to walk with them in Malibu, and they kept saying to each other, they're gonna think it's the nanny. That's my life in LA.
Before 13 years ago, my life was so bad. I was on a downward spiral, down, and I was just rock bottom. And I was involved in drugs, and I was losing friends, and my family wasn't, happy with me. And I decided to turn my life around. I quit all the drugs and started doing life improvement.
See, there is a way out, you guys. Sometimes unfortunately, we had to hit rock bottom to realize that there is a better way, and it's up to us to find the other way. Yeah. But sometimes, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
And, we commit a lot of mistakes and mistakes after mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. And then we see that the flavor is not good, right?
That's right.
At the beginning, maybe we think it tastes good.
Yeah.
But then later on, you want to throw up. It's kind of like that, you get like so much of that badness that you want to throw up. And then, but I'm so happy you found that.
Oh, thank you. Well, I would say that one of the things that I learned was when I say life improvement, I mean hard work life improvement. Life improvement is not easy. You got to work at it. But not only do you have to work at it, you have to continue to work at it. We are spiritual beings, and we are able to learn forever.
Yes.
So the outside in this world, especially here on Earth, there's all kinds of things that can come in and smash you down. There's a lot of life that just is negative and very difficult and challenging. So if you are constantly life improving yourself,
yes.
If you're constantly, you can stay on top of all those things. You
Yes.
can be in control of them. You can be at cause over whatever it is that might come in and happen. And stuff's going to happen because that's just life. Right?
Yes, and becoming a father and being an example for society has a lot of responsibilities, that because you become a leader, right? And people are looking at you, and people are looking at you as an influencer in society. So they looking at you about becoming a father, how you treat your kids, how you treat your wife, how you treat your environment, and so it's kind of like you need to keep doing that to be able to keep that position, because if not, it's very easy to come down, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. That is a fact.
Yeah. And then we see a lot of gorgeous, amazing artists that I love that have entertained us and educate us and uplift us for so long. And then we see them making a tiny little mistake because they were in the moment of like anger or whatever emotion they had, and then we smash them, and we are so mean to them because that mistake. So we're human beings, and we have to keep like literally doing this life improvement, whatever it is, courses, anything that is improving your life. So when those moments of like antagonism come to your life, you're able to get through them in a way that you don't create bad effects, because it's like a ripple, right? It's just like it goes shing, and our audience sometimes loves the gossip, the ripple going down instead of the up. So we had to put a lot of energy to keep moving up and not focusing on the down.
Speaking on that, if there's any of you like in the Los Angeles area who need help in the area, or you have some kind of ruin or something, you are totally free to contact Sandra or myself.
Yes.
We can help you, we can guide you, we can show you some of the things that we've done.
Yes, because I remember also, team, that all my life I wanted to, oh my God, I got goosebumps. I wanted to be an entertainer, but I didn't know that I didn't grant myself the bigness of being an entertainer, because I thought that was not the life that I could have, because I was not a wealthy person. My dad was not in the arts. I was not an influencer in the community with a lot of money. So I put all these stops, and then I was miserable. I was literally miserable. So, and then I found ways to get that power back, and look at me. I'm here creating art all the time, and being here with the amazing team Sabatino.
And I'm with the amazing Sandra Santiago. Very lucky to have you as my friend.
Yeah, thank you, team. We've been through a lot, and I think it's time for us to give that knowledge that we have to you. If somebody there that is watching my show, that, even if we can empower one person, we will have done.
We're a success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
But the ideal scene is that we help a lot of people and get those people to a point that they start helping other people.
Yes, exactly. Because
so
we can make a better world, right? That's
right.
the bottom line, and we don't see kids or human beings destroying other human beings. So, team, show us some of your art.
All right.
Let's go and find
Come right
out.
this way.
Let's go.
There's just
This is one of my favorite paintings, you guys. The blue eyes. The blue eyes, blue eyes for me is like,
Let me tell you about this painting?
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually the first painting from my newest series, my new collection. The collection is called For Your Eyes Only. And
look at that pearl.
yeah, there's pearls in it. So
They're real pearls.
Yeah. There's a black pearl, there's white pearls, and there's freshwater pearls. And there's actually 45 pearls in this painting. So when I don't have proper lighting on it right now, but when proper lighting hits it, then it really shines. Then it's an oil painting, and it's on canvas. And the frame is made out of Purple Heart. So it's a custom made,
Beautiful.
very, very heavy, thick wood.
Wood, yeah.
And I've done 2 other ones, but they're in storage.
In storage right now.
Because they're really big. This is actually going to be the smallest painting from this series. The other ones I paint on doors, so it's the size of a door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So in like now that you're moving to Georgia, so all of you guys that would like to have some of your paintings in your beautiful, gorgeous homes in Georgia, Team Sabatino will be there to show you his paintings. And if you want to acquire one of his paintings, they're going to look amazing in your gorgeous house in Georgia.
Absolutely. Or anywhere.
Or anywhere, yeah.
Ship these to anywhere in the world.
Around the world. Yeah. Yes, for our friends in France, in Italy, in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's right.
you know how to get Tim. Just check him up, Google him.
TimSabatino.com. That's my website.
And you will get them.
Or you can commission me to paint something for you.
Oh, there you can go.
I've done a lot of commissions.
And he can travel around the world too. Just call him and he'll be there.
You're awesome.
But Tim, so
Okay.
tell me, what is this? Like,
Well, this is
so beautiful. Look at Tim.
the map.
I was born here, Mazatlan, Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles.
And we live over here, right? You guys, look at we live here, and then And then Tim was telling me that he has a brother living in Japan. You guys, you know, like one of my episodes, I was speaking Japanese on one of my episodes. He's Japan. And tell me, why do you do this?
My brother married his Japanese tutor from college, which was here in California. And then they moved to Japan and had 3 kids. So I have 2 nephews and a niece who are half Japanese. And while I was there, I had this. It's called an inkon. And the inkon is the stamps red ink for your signature.
Let me tell you something.
That's it.
When I get married in Japan, I went to the city hall, and my husband just stamped a thing on the on the city hall paper, and we got out, and I said, "Hey, when are we gonna get married?" And he's like, "We already got married." He just put a stamp on the paper, and I was already his wife.
Because they stamp their signatures, they don't sign it.
But that was not a real wedding. So looking forward to do a real wedding, you guys.
Hilarious.
And
and this is one of my daughter's drawings. So this is her bearded dragon, and I just loved it so much that I put it on there.
Cute.
She's just really talented.
And then there is something.
This is my paintbrush.
Paintbrush. And let me see that the thing.
This is Je t'aime Violette.
Oh, Je t'aime Violette, c'est en français.
Yeah, art is culture.
Thank you so much for watching the show, you guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode to all the people that you think might be interested in learning more about the arts. I love you, and thank you so much. Hasta la vista.